President Obama has made it very accessible for anyone to visit the White House.
You better goddamn believe it.
Even with a big house like the White House, there's only so many people that we can invite.
Oh my gosh, this is the state dinner tonight. Doing it sorry, it's with red and gold. Okay, great. And it's really beautiful.
We'll make everything waterproof.
Yay, oh great. Lifetime memories too.
This is a hush-hush party. How lucky are you that you got invited?
I want to see that invitation. Do you have it?
Yes, I have to get it.
Okay, you got to get it.
This will be good.
Yeah, I want to see it.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Where is the... Definitely going to need these.
It's not in there.
Did you see the other little bag? He took 2 bags in.
You're still looking for it, right?
Well, I don't know. Who has it? Look.
I don't know. I thought it was in there because you were going to go run in there and you were going to get it and you were going to bring it to show.
Well, there's more jewelry than this, though, too. What are they saying to look for? What do you want me to look for? In my bra.
Go look it and find it, and I'll bring it right back and show you.
I need my invitation and my bra.
Where is it?
Where's the bag? Couple things. I don't see my shoes, so I'll have to wear one of the backup pair.
That's fine.
And the bra and the invitation. Do I need any of that?
I don't need any.
You lost the invite. Why is
Yes.
that not a big deal?
Well, you know, with the invite, I know one of the girls here would love to see it, and it's probably safe somewhere at my house is what I'm thinking. Hello?
Mikhail,
Hi, Stacy. Oh, my gosh.
how are you doing?
We are excited and really fantastic.
Really? Why are you excited?
We are going to the state dinner.
State dinner? You're going to the White House tonight?
Yes!
Okay, you need to get a ticket to the state dinner. How did you guys do that? Really, everybody's talking about the dinner. So few people, people that people expected to get tickets didn't get tickets. So this is
Big night.
So how do you get invited to that? Do they actually send you invitations or, how does it work?
First, it's sometimes a personal relationship that you have with someone, and in this case, it's personal and professional.
What time does it start?
We're leaving now. We just got in the limo, so we're headed over.
Yeah, we're checking in at 6:30.
Well, if we had the ability to get them tickets, we would have been invited.
Well, another time.
Another
There's
time.
many state dinners ahead, and maybe with
many
time,
other functions ahead.
Many other functions. Yeah.
This is the dinner of the year. The whole world tries to come to this event, so people of the highest order are turned away. Former presidents are turned away. So it's really a list of those that have been good friends to the president, supported the president.
We have our IDs,
Yep.
the camera.
Got the camera. You gave it to me.
We'll leave my phone. The less
Yeah, that's
gadgets and things we have, the easier it'll be with the check-in. I might ask for 1 or 2 pictures. I know they said not many hugs or no hugging.
Once you're
Camera.
done through the receiving line, you can
Right.
be a little bit more relaxed.
When we get in, maybe.
Yeah.
We were waiting to get into the East Gate. We were several cars in line and we were just parked. We couldn't figure out what the holdup was. And it turns out an SUV was trying to turn around and get out. Actually, the first ring of Secret Service security had worked. The vehicle belonging to this couple, the one they were being driven in, was turned away.
Are we at the southeast gate here? This has got to be the gate because I can see them with a clipboard or somebody's there. Okay, they are letting cars in.
We'll find out fast enough. Oh, there's a photographer.
If my phone dies, I'm going to switch over the battery with your phone. No, sir, I got it. Just checking the driver's ID.
Yeah, just go ahead and drop off here. Back up. Yes, please do.
After their vehicle was turned away by the Secret Service, they hopped out.
Yeah,
All right, let's go have fun.
love you. Thank you.
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
Thank you.
Straight up that way.
Thank you so much.
That's the VIP entrance right there.
Okay.
Thank you
Make
so
a
much.
left, and that's where you'll get it at.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
What attracted our attention was there was at least one camera trailing them. And a makeup woman got out and fixed the woman's hair and then started powdering the man's forehead. My wife and I thought that was strange for people who were dressed like state dinner guests.
They always smell like mine. We thought we were late. We were like, oh my gosh. Okay, so thank you, love.
Last name?
That's fun. We're early.
Breaking news. Last night's state dinner at the White House turns out it's tonight's history-making security breach. Who are these people?
Now to the latest on that couple who crashed Tuesday night's dinner at the White House. A spokesman for Bravo confirms that a camera crew from the reality show, The Real Housewives of D.C., filmed Tariq and Michaela Salahi getting ready for the event and said the couple claimed they had been invited.
After first being turned away at a vehicle entrance, they approached the pedestrian gate, where a uniformed officer waved them through, despite the fact that they had no invitation. The officer believing that they would be vetted at the next stop.
First, Campbell, let me say, normally what happens when you come up to the first security, the first perimeter checkpoint where the Secret Service is, there's also a member of the Social Secretary's office. It'll typically a young staffer with a clipboard that has the names in case just such a thing happens, so that if you get up there and you're not in the Secret Service system and there's some, dispute, you go over to the Social Secretary's person and she'll check to see if there was some mistake in not putting you in the system. If you're not in the system and your name is not on the Social Secretary's list, you don't get in typically. And so you have to wonder, this was a very large event. Typically state dinners are held in the East Room, which holds somewhere in the neighborhood of 175 people for a seated dinner. This had over 300. And I imagine the size of it and the chaos of everyone arriving at the same time, and frankly the lack of experience of people who would have been helping the Secret Service at the gate contributed to this. We ought to tell people that this is not sort of a minor infraction if you're these two people who got in improperly. It's a potential felony. They would have had to have made a false statement to the Secret Service agent and the Social Secretary's person, both federal officials, that there was a mistake, that they were supposed to be on the list. That's a lie, and that's a federal felony for which they can serve jail time. It's not just a misdemeanor for trespassing. It's a potential felony.
The Social Secretary is facing scrutiny of her own.
Miss Desiree Rogers?
Last Tuesday, Desiree Rogers made a grand entrance, but she broke protocol. Neither Rogers nor her staff were permanently at the gate checking the list alongside the Secret Service. Service, a practice that has been standard for years.
But there again, they were allowed to continue, and after passing through a metal detector, were announced inside the White House itself.
I spend a lot of time just trying to look good, and I love to just make an entrance.
Mr. and Mrs. Salahis. They stopped at an East Room reception. Then, where others presented a formal name card supplied by the White House, the Salahis managed to join the receiving line without one, entering the Blue Room and eventually shaking hands with the president himself. After first asserting that the breach posed no threat, late yesterday the Secret Service issued a statement declaring themselves deeply concerned and embarrassed.
It's an unforgivable and indefensible mistake that we've made. This is our fault and our fault alone. There's no other people to blame here. Look at me and blame me. This is our fault.
It's not clear if they ever got a seat at a table or got to eat some of the potato and eggplant salad, but they managed to plant themselves next to the most powerful people in Washington. Tariq and Mikhail Salehi posted a dozen pictures on Facebook. Here they are with Vice President Joe Biden and the White House Chief of Staff, Rahm Emanuel. Mikhail even got up close and personal with a few Marines. But here's the one place the couple didn't show up, on the official guest list. The only person who seems to have sensed something was wrong was the reporter who broke the story.
When I saw them come in, I went, what? I thought to myself, what on earth are they doing here?
The Secret Service confirmed it was investigating a breach and said initial findings suggest at least one checkpoint did not follow proper procedures. And once inside, the couple apparently just blended in.
The assumption that everyone had, presumably the staffers, were that these people were meant to be here. They wouldn't have been able to get in unless someone had said it was okay.
Well, I was struck because when I go to the White House to do an interview, the security is much more elaborate to get it a temporary press pass. And here it just seemed much more relaxed. They weren't anything out of the ordinary. In fact, if anything, they were more sort of animated and gregarious than the other guests. She was quite almost hyper, if you will, but really friendly and pleasant and nice and, effusive. And they just, seemed like they belonged there.
I didn't realize I'd get so much coverage because of a couple that walked up that acted like they were my old buddies, and I thought they were some, because I've not been part of the social scene very much, commuting for 36 years down here, and I don't go to many. And I thought, well, these guys are just staples in in Washington society. I was surprised when I turned on the television to find out they were apparently gate crashers.
We encountered them during cocktails. I remember saying to my wife, that's them. That's the couple we saw on the street with the makeup detail and the camera following them. It wasn't an event at the state dinner. No one was talking about them. As far as I'm concerned, security couldn't have been tighter. Our vehicle was stopped 3 times, sniffed by dogs. We had 2 photo ID checks, 3 checkpoints on our way into the grounds. We were questioned by plainclothes members of the Secret Service. Our names had to be checked off a list. If this turns out to be somebody's 15 minutes, the equivalent of state dinner balloon boy and girl, I think that'll be tragic and almost pathetic, because people in the White House, all White Houses, work hard. It's hard to put on a state dinner. And it was an honor to be invited, and an honor for all the invited guests to be there.
How did somebody that wasn't on a guest list, that wasn't even on the list that gets you into the complex past the security guards, somebody whose name wasn't on that list, how did they get inside? That's what the president has asked the Secret Service to look into.
Although these individuals went through magnetometers and other levels of screening, their entry into the White House is unacceptable and indefensible.
While he maintains there was never any threat to the president or anyone else at the dinner, he says 3 people from the agency's uniform division have been put on administrative leave.